Good afternoon. It's an honor for us to have here Mr. Stefan Kaufmann. Thank you for your keynote speech. It was very interesting to hear how to improve the creative, sustainable economic growth. Thank you very much. We would like to ask you a few questions just to hear your opinions on some salient issues. So first one would be, what do you think cultural diplomacy is, and how is it possible for it to play the role of the promotion of cross-continental cooperation in today's time?
I think it's a very interesting way of diplomacy, besides of the classical diplomacy, the foreign policy regarding defending policy, more military aspects. I think it's a very good way to come together for the states.
Thank you.
As a member of the panel of Education, Research, and Technological Impact Assessment, what challenges do you see facing education? And how do you think it can be improved to support the European economy?
I think important is a main topic to improve the European economy. So the competitiveness of the European economy is depending on the on the educational system, and we spend a lot of money also for research policy, for example. It's the third biggest point in the budget of the European Union. So we have the agricultural, we have the more infrastructure projects, and we have as a third big topic the research policy. And we spend a lot of money for that. And I think countries has to spend much more money also for educational system to help Europe to improve the competitiveness of the European Union.
Herr Kaufmann, you are a representative from Stuttgart, is that correct? Now, here at the Institute, we talk a lot about how artists are often cultural ambassadors, how they promote messages for a nation. From your area, there's a very famous rap group, Die Fantastischen Vier. For the last 20 years, they've been probably the most high-profile, I would say, German act internationally. How does that make you feel to have German rappers from your region sort of representing the country in a popular culture sense?
It's a great honor also for Stuttgart to have such important and well-performing group like the Fantastic Four all over the world, and they are cultural ambassadors for Germany. We have also in Stuttgart, for example, the Stuttgart Ballet, which is also a very well-known ballet company all over the world, and it's very important to build bridges between countries. And what I forget before, as you asked me, institutions like the DAAD, or also the Goethe Institute, or in Stuttgart we have the Institute for Foreign Relationships, which also belong to the German foreign policy. So very important actors for Germany in the cultural diplomacy way. So that's it's a very important point for Germany, also for our foreign policy, to improve these institutes. And we spend a lot of money for Goethe Institute, for the AAD, also for the IFA Institute for Foreign Relationships. So I think it's a good way for Germany.
So you think Stuttgart rappers are a good representation of Germany?
Yes, a very good representatives. I'm not that much a fan of rap music, I have to say. So I'm more classical and jazz, but I know them, and some very nice guys, and they perform well for Stuttgart and for Germany.
I think in America we find them pretty fascinating.
Yeah. When was their last concert in the United States?
They've never been over there.
Never been.
No.
But
as far as I know.
Okay, so I have to tell them that they should go to the United States. And you will organize the tour for them.
I would absolutely, but you hear their music used in German classes a lot to try to, make young people excited about the language. That's one way I encountered them, but German rap was just such a big phenomenon. I think when Americans saw it, and saw sort of their own culture reflected back through another country as different, it's a very strong impression. My friends find it very engaging, and they find it amusing to see.
Because rap is an invention of the the United States
Yeah.
to represent.
And I think when it first was happening 20 years ago, it was a lot more shocking. I mean, now rap's much more internationally a phenomenon. But yeah, I can remember showing their music to my friends and them thinking it was very.
But it's interesting that
very
they have
strange.
never been to the States.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe they don't know that they have a lot of fans in the States.
You might want to tell them that.
Yeah, I will.
And from other rappers to politics, Mr. Kaufmann, as a legislator, what is your position concerning the Ukrainian conflict, and what are your recommendations or advice in order to solve the situation?
I am not a foreign politician. I know that the Committee for Foreign Affairs is meeting now at the moment for a special meeting to discuss about the situation in Ukraine. It's a very serious situation. We have to show clear fronts to the Russian government, to Putin, what he can do and what he can't do. And I think we have to find a common European position in this topic. And I think we have to isolate the Russian government in this point. And we have also to think about some sanctions, also in economic sense. But as we heard before, we need the Russian because of our gas. And so it's not an easy situation. But I hope that Putin will be intelligent enough to stop this aggressive policy against the Ukrainian government.
Well, hopefully after they figure a solution, cultural diplomacy can also have its impact there, help to improve the situation.
Send die fantastischen Vierde.
To Russia.
Interesting. Thank you very much. Thank you for the honor of joining us here.
Thank you.
Thank you.